So what do you think that this means?
I think it means water, earth, air,
and then
fire, nation attacks, all of them, right?
Boom. That's what happened.
Okay, so right here is the avatar.
Yep.
Master of all four elements.
Here in the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea. This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by Squarespace. Head on over to squarespace.com/rogue. Spell it right, R-O-G-U-E. Make sure to use promo code ROGUE at checkout. Get 10% off. Murphy, one of my favorite things that we've ever done is begin to explore the hidden world that's around us at all times. Us walking up and down the streets of Austin, decoding utility graffiti on the streets, it's like I spoke a hidden language. Same thing with hobo code, right?
It feels like you are privy to secrets that no one else has, that are right out in the open.
One thing I know, because I used to drive all over the United States doing my stage show, that diamond, whatever that is, like, I don't know, should I be more or less afraid?
I was going to say, as someone who dealt with chemicals and fires, you should have had this all over your traveling gear. But I love how you approach it as something someone else does.
Well, I'm saying when you fly commercial, maybe don't have one of these on your luggage ever.
Okay, good point, good point.
Let's start with question number one. What are these and why do I see them everywhere?
This is a hazard diamond or a fire diamond. They are developed by the NFPA, the National Fire Protection Association.
Prevention or protection?
That one too.
I would love to believe, no, this is better. I'd love to believe that they protect fires.
It's beautiful, don't hurt it! The National Fire Prevention Association, and this is to tell you how dangerous and how it is dangerous.
This is kind of like, I once derisively rolled my eyes at the baby on board stickers because I thought that those were about telling other drivers to drive more responsibly because, hey man, I have a baby on board. But then I was corrected in the comments where people said, nope, it's for first responders to know whether or not they need to make heroic efforts to inspect and possibly save a baby in a car that is about to explode.
Okay, so each of these is something different. They all have numbers in them. What do you think those numbers stand for?
I assume each number is a level of severity. I assume each of these is a different aspect that you should know about if there's an accident.
Well, they all represent something different. The colored ones will all have numbers in them, but we'll start with this one first, and this one is for health. What is in this container may be a health hazard if the blue is marked.
For example, ricin would not be flammable, but if you had a semi full of it, you would probably have, what's the highest number?
4.
Great.
4 in the blue means it is a maximum health hazard.
So I'd assume like a live virus or a bunch of human organs or whatever would be a health hazard.
Well, 4 would be lethal/deadly.
Okay.
That's what that means. And then number 1 is hazardous. Number 2, it's a little bit worse, right? So 1, we've got like acetone, right?
That seems very, well, you know what? That's only super deadly if it's on fire. Otherwise, it's just nail polish remover.
Exactly.
What about gasoline? Would that be a 1?
Gasoline, that's a good question. Well, because at 2, we have something like ether.
Well, okay.
So it's getting a little serious, right?
No, or it's getting to be more of a party, depending on how you look at it.
We rate this party 2 on the fire diamond.
So something that inherently getting near it without altering it in any way becomes more dangerous.
Right.
Okay.
What do you think 3 would be?
Bees.
Bees, that's all it is. No, Bees has its own diamond.
Really?
Bees has its own diamond. No.
Oh, okay.
3 would be like chlorine gas.
Got it. So these are things that it sounds like mostly respiratory difficulties the closer you get to it. You said chlorine?
Chlorine gas.
Chlorine gas, wait, isn't that what they used in like World War I?
Oh yeah, it's lethal, but you can get exposed to it and still be relatively okay.
You can run away from it?
Yeah.
What is 4 then?
Sarin.
Oh, like military, like WMDs at this point.
Well, the examples given in what I looked up, there was sarin and carbon monoxide, which I thought carbon monoxide would be worse than chlorine, but
oh no, chlorine like you could tell it's gonna get you.
But carbon monoxide is sneaky.
Exactly. No. Okay, so these are inherent health hazards that just being near them is gonna be a problem.
Yes. And then you have...
That's gotta be explosive.
Gotta be flammability, explosives, right? So, yeah.
This one, I can speak a little bit about the spectrum of it. In terms of flammability, you've got wood where you've got to get it really hot to get it start to burn, and even then it's not gonna keep on going in a runaway chain or whatever. But then at the lower end of petroleums, you've got like a, let's say diesel. I'm gonna guess that diesel would be a 1, And then 2, you get to super diesel. Then you get like 3, I'm imagining is unleaded. And 4, I'm imagining would be, wait a minute, I'm assuming these are all liquids. I'm gonna guess that hydrogen would be a 4, super duper flammable, you don't want that to explode. Below that, I would put like, let's say white gas, naphtha. Below that, I guess I would put gasoline at 2, and then 1 would be diesel and 0 would be wood. How close am I?
I think you're actually doing pretty well. So 0 would be like carbon dioxide.
Oh, that's literally the thing that you use to put out fires.
Right.
So probably not going to be flammable.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go back to 3rd grade for 1 second? The question I was given, the whole class was like, some things are flammable, some things are not flammable. What's a non-flammable thing? And I raised my hand, I was like, oh, water. And then my teacher says, well, you know, if you had a wet piece of paper, that would catch fire. I've been angry ever since. Although, now I'm old enough to know what she should have said is, no, Brian, if you use electrolysis, it's hydrogen and oxygen. That's what launches rockets. Neither here nor there.
So 0, carbon dioxide.
Yes.
1, mineral oil.
Ooh, that's right. Okay, so mineral oil is something that you can use. We've talked about this, examples of people who have cooled entire PCs using circulating mineral oil. It could theoretically, if it got hot enough, it could actually burn, but not in general.
Yeah, and a lot of these are actually on the fire portion of it, the flammability are ranked by the flash points.
Didn't we cook an egg with the light bulb and mineral oil?
We did that, right?
It was baby oil, yeah.
Yeah. 2, diesel. You're on the right track.
Okay, great. So diesel, one of the things with diesel, if you struck a match and you had a shot of diesel and you put the match inside lit, it would go tss and go out. It's only after the diesel's been heated up or under pressure that it's able to combust.
Yeah, fire guy actually did really well on this
Hey.
one. Hey, so after diesel, we got number 3.
Yeah, I would say gasoline.
Gasoline,
Yep.
exactly. And you nailed it. The one that is most flammable at number 4, hydrogen.
Yay!
So yellow,
Wait, is that biohazard?
it's reactivity.
Wait, sorry?
Reactivity, like how stable it is.
Oh, we're out of my depth now.
Yeah, this one gets a little more complicated. Number 1 is propene. I don't even know what propene is. I'm assuming it's like propane, an unsaturated organic compound with a chemical formula, blah, blah, blah. So it's a hydrocarbon, it's a colorless gas.
Got it.
Also known as propylene.
Propylene glycol is in many consumer products, I believe. Basically, it is somewhat volatile. Here's what I realized we're talking about. For example, we made fire by mixing glycerin with potassium permanganate, right? I assume those are very reactive. You want to keep them apart from each other. That's the kind of vector that we're talking about.
Yes. And if you have like 2 on this one, you're looking at sodium.
Salt?
Reactive with water.
Oh, actual sodium, the yellow stuff.
Yeah.
Where water causes it to...
Right.
Yeah, okay.
That's the level of combustibility and stability we're talking
Oh
about.
my God, there's 2 more numbers to go.
Yeah.
What is 3, TNT?
No, 3 is something that we are actually somewhat familiar with, ammonium nitrate. We've played with potassium nitrate.
Oh my God, it's
Look at
happening.
that.
It's gonna explode.
Yes! Oh, wow.
Holy
Okay.
Holy
I didn't expect that.
Holy
We did some experiments, not on camera, with ammonium nitrate to harvest that from cold packs to make things that go.
Right. I would have to guess that 4 is basically like nitroglycerin.
Exactly.
Just, you shake it up too much, you're done.
Nitroglycerin, TNT, etc. Something that is very volatile and unstable.
Are you sure about TNT? Because I thought TNT was popular because it was very stable.
I did too, but here on this list it says TNT. If someone has any corrections, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
And then we have the weird one here.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think white is?
Privilege.
Yeah, it's like the Green Book.
No. I have no idea what white is.
White is just kind of a catch-all. It's the special one. You won't see any numbers in there, but you'll see something like this. COR, which means corrosive. Or you'll see something like this.
Radioactive.
Radioactive,
Got
right.
it.
So that's a catch-all for different qualities that don't fit in one of these.
How many of these names would you need to know?
There are quite a few, because there's like acid, CRY for cryogenic, there's acid, there's OX for oxidizer. SA for simple asphyxiant gas.
That would be something like, let's say, argon gas.
Right.
In and of itself, super stable. Argon gas would be a kind of a nothing, nothing, nothing. But if it were to explode, you will die because you will not be breathing oxygen.
Yeah, so I guess let's do a little quiz, right?
Uh-oh.
Let's do a little quiz.
All right, so this is something radioactive, so you don't want to run up and roll around in it. It's something that just being near it, if you're a first responder, it'll be hostile just to be near it without doing anything. It's not going to explode.
It's not flammable.
Or combust. Oh, crap. Wait, hold on. I remember. Oh, reactive. Wait, so it's something highly reactive and radioactive. You know what? I believe this is jasonium.
Jasonium.
You better not get near it.
What? You know jasonium is 4s across the board, baby.
Rad and corrosive and oxidizing and combustible.
Also, yeah, there's a skull.
Give me a real example and let me see if I can figure out kind of how close I can
Well,
get.
let me look one up real quick.
While he's looking that up, Brian, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel like you're going to answer this correctly?
You know what? I'm not going to use the scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to use the scale of 1 to 4. First is my ego, then is my confidence, then is my self-deprecation, and finally is AWE for being awesome. They're all 4.
All right, here's your test.
What the?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, this is obviously the monetary symbol for Wulong from Cowboy Bebop. So whatever it is, it's a bounty that you're carrying.
That's right.
Just being near it is a hazard to your health. It's fairly combustible, and also it is very reactive. I'm gonna say this is Radical Edward.
It is Radical Edward. This is the fire diamond for the character Radical Edward from Cowboy Bebop. No, Brian, this is...
Damn it, I was very excited for a second. I was like, wow, we're off track.
It's lithium. This is lithium.
Wait, what does this symbol mean?
Reacts with water.
Yes, okay, so no water.
3 here.
Just being near it, it's
Being
not
near-
great.
Yep. Not super flammable, but could be flammable under certain conditions.
Yeah, I guess we've seen batteries, lithium-ion batteries, you know, they tend to explode out of nowhere, so that I know they're reactive and I know they're combustible.
And we did put lithium in water. We did that on an episode where we harvested the lithium from
That's
the
right.
batteries.
No water. Yep. Okay.
No water. And it's 2 on the stability scale, so not completely stable, but
In and of itself, it's going to hang around and be fairly well behaved as, what was the example? What's another 2?
Another 2? Sodium.
Okay, so again, keep water away.
Yes.
Got it. All right, all right.
Lithium.
Hot damn, man. I still say it's Radical Edward, but that's fine. Okay. Also, lithium. That's amazing. God, I hope I hold on to this because that's going to be a new fun game. Fun as I'm driving is I'll know 1 lane away, 2 lanes away, U-turn, go away.
Ooh, that's a lot of 4s. Let's turn around.
Where can people learn more about this stuff?
There are various safety guides. If you go to the NFPA.org, I believe the website on there has a good breakdown of...
But basically, you're just looking up hazard diamonds, and if there's any chemical that you're thinking of, you can find the hazard diamond.
Absolutely. And also, mark things safely. We have a lot of things on here that could probably use hazard diamonds. Do we not?
All of us, like literally, we should all get tattoos on our foreheads. Sorry,
You ready, Brian?
no, I'm sorry.
When you get a chance. There's a new bullet point on there.
Right, no, I know. Come on, team, gather around, take a knee.
Oh, my knee.
It's time to talk about fluid engines.
Yeah.
We all know what they are. We all know what they do. Bryce, what are they and what do they do?
It's the brand new drag and drop engine from Squarespace. Make your site easy, beautiful.
Yes,
And
we're
fluid.
all afraid of dragons, and the only way to drop them dragons is with a fluid engine.
Yeah.
It shoots I'm sorry.
It's mobile responsive, actually.
It's
It's
you
mobile.
gotta be mobile when you're dropping dragons with your fluid engine. Just get ready to bring those dragons down.
You can just customize your site. If you like to move things around, you can just click it and move it and drop it.
Whoa. This is a Squarespace ad.
This is squarespace.com.
Yeah, no, okay. Squarespace.com/rogue. Sign up for a free trial. You're gonna fall in love, and when you sign up for the service, get 10% off. Keep us in business by using promo code ROGUE. Hey, this is the fluid engine thing?
That's it, yeah.
That kills dragons?
No,
It's
no.
a dragon. It drops dragons.
It is drag and drop.
Drag and the drop.
Drag and drop.
If you need both drag and the drop, am I doing any of that? Because it used to be I would just explain that Squarespace is a good, easy, scalable way to take your idea and make it beautiful for the entire world to see. I would talk about everything from their behind the scenes fan community areas to the fact that they had video blocks to the fact that you could do commercial websites with them. But now we're talking about killing dragons by dropping them with fluid engines.
That's right. Yep, that's right. We're dropping the dragons into the fluid engine, and the fluid engine is turning into sails.
So boats. Now there's boats. Okay, look, I'm gonna assume what you're trying to say is that Squarespace makes it extraordinarily easy to make beautiful websites, whether you're technically experienced or not. Or maybe you're saying that somehow there's a magical fluid engine that causes dragons to transform into sails for boats.
Yeah, I guess one of those sounds really goofy.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to give it a free try by heading on over to squarespace.com/rogue. Spell it right, ROGUE. Make sure to use promo code ROGUE at checkout. You'll get 10% off. You'll be keeping us in business. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this whole fluid engine, dragon dropping, sail creation thing. Thank you, Squarespace. You're very patient.
Modern Rogue is supported in part by viewers like you at patreon.com/modernrogue. In the description, you can find all of our credits and additional ways to support the show.
So my I break for cosplayers isn't gonna do anything.
No.
It's not gonna help anybody.
In an alternate universe, it was from the B Sharps. Baby on board, how I adore.
What is that from?
What is Simpsons? It's a
Oh,
Simpsons.
Simpsons, that's right. God, I was like, I know this. The B Sharps. Oh, it's the old. Yeah, okay.